I found the top 5 neighborhoods of Marietta, Georgia, and the first one is Northampton. This neighborhood is located at the intersection of Sandy Plains Road and Shallowford Road, and one of the best parts about this neighborhood is that it's a very quick drive to all of the shopping and restaurants here in East Cobb. Within less than a mile of this neighborhood, there's a Target, a Publix, Kroger, Home Depot, a bunch of restaurants, and so this is all right here within that same little intersection of Shallowford and Sandy Plains, and so definitely lots of quick options to get to all of these things from the neighborhood. Most of the homes in this neighborhood were built in like the late 90s and early 2000s. Most of the homes are about 3,500 to 7,000 square feet. There are a lot of homes in this neighborhood, so they vary quite a bit in size. Some sections of the neighborhood have enormous 7,000 square foot homes, and then some sections of the neighborhood have more typical 3,500, maybe 4,000 square foot homes. The average lot size for the homes in this neighborhood are between 1/4 of an acre to 1/2 an acre, and the public schools for this neighborhood are Mountain View Elementary School, Simpson Middle School, and Lassiter High School. In addition to being so close to all of these grocery stores and big box stores and restaurants and all of that, it's also a great neighborhood because of its HOA. It's got an enormous pool, multiple tennis courts, and these kinds of HOA amenities really go a long way for being able to meet your neighbors and really get to know the community. And so this is one of the best parts of the neighborhood and one reason why so many people want to live here. Also, it's in the Lassiter School District, and so this is a very highly desirable area and highly desirable neighborhood to live in because of the school district. Keep in mind that for the most part, when you live in a neighborhood or an area and a home is designated for that area, that's for the most part your only option for schools. Like, we don't really have a whole lot of going to like a different school district if your home is in a certain school district, but there is a school choice option here in Cobb County and in Marietta where you can try to get into a different high school or a different elementary school or middle school. You can kind of like put your name on a waiting list, and there's a very short amount of wiggle room for being able to get into a different school. But other than that, the student or the child that lives in that area has to go to the school that is designated for that home. What's up, y'all? My name is Victor with Atlanta Suburban Living. We put out videos every week about what it's like to live in Atlanta and the suburbs of Atlanta. The second neighborhood that I think is one of the best top 5 in all of Marietta is Alexander Farms. Most of the homes in this neighborhood were built in the late 90s and early 2000s. Typical size home in this neighborhood is about 3,500 to 5,500 square feet. You have about 1/4 of an acre to 1/2 an acre for the lots in this home, and the public schools for this neighborhood are Cheatham Hill Elementary School, Loving Good Middle School, and Hillgrove High School. The HOA for this neighborhood also has a pool and tennis courts. This is pretty typical for many of the neighborhoods in Marietta, but another thing about this neighborhood that I really like is its location. It's in West Cobb, and so in general, you see a lot of families in West Cobb, a lot of families with young kids, and so very often what I see is people ask me about the demographics of a neighborhood, and it's very difficult to tell if like this specific neighborhood or that neighborhood has a lot of kids for your kids to play with. Unfortunately, they don't really make that public information, or maybe that's a good thing that they don't make that public information. So it's hard to know, like, is this a good neighborhood with a lot of kids, or is this a good neighborhood with like no kids? You know, it's hard to know that, but in general, in West Cobb, there are a lot of families. They're going for those schools, Loving Good or Hillgrove High School. These are some really excellent public schools that people want to be in that school district. And so for that reason, West Cobb, and specifically Alexander Farms, does have a lot of families. This next neighborhood is probably probably one of the most polarizing neighborhoods in all of Marietta. If you're thinking about moving here to Marietta or any part of Metro Atlanta, feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. I'm the one who answers those phone calls and those text messages. Thank you so much to everybody who has reached out. I'm a local real estate agent here in Atlanta, and I'd be happy to help with your moving needs. Even if you just have a question about what it's like to live here, I don't mind. Call me, text me anytime. But the third neighborhood on the list of the top 5 neighborhoods of Marietta is the downtown Marietta area. Now, this is very kind of a polarizing area because some people love this area. Some people really want to be living in this walkable area, but some people would hate to live here. And so let me explain. This is very much like a downtown area. It's not like downtown Atlanta. It's nothing like that, but it is a smaller town, downtown feel in that you can walk to the Marietta Square. You can walk to all of the stores and all of the shopping areas there in Marietta Square. There's lots of sidewalks in this area, but like with any downtown area, you're also going to find a lot more congestion in this area. And you're going to find older homes in this small area of downtown Marietta. While the downtown part of Marietta is that kind of walkable, more densely populated, condensed feeling city, outside of the downtown area is more suburban. 95% of Marietta is a suburban area with quiet neighborhoods that you have to drive to the grocery store. But this pocket of downtown Marietta is easily walkable to all of the different things. So not only do you have a very wide range of ages of homes, but you also have a wide range of home prices or even styles of homes. The oldest home that I was able to find here in downtown Marietta was from 1870, especially on Whitlock Avenue. There are a lot of older homes, and then there are some newer homes as well, even from 2022. And so what we see is that people who really want to be in downtown Marietta, but they don't want that old home, they will just kind of buy a home and then unfortunately they'll level it and then build a new home right there. And so this is a common trend that we're starting to see in downtown Marietta. Most of the homes in this area are going to be much smaller lots, again, because it's the downtown area and it's more condensed. You're really going to have like 1/10 of an acre to 1/4 of an acre is typical for the lot sizes in the downtown part of Marietta. The school district for this area is Burris Elementary School, Marietta Middle School, and Marietta High School. Number 4 on the list of the top 5 neighborhoods of Marietta is the Ellis neighborhood. This is at the intersection of Dallas Highway and Barrett Parkway, also in West Cobb. So kind of an equivalent to the East Cobb neighborhood in Northampton, where there's a bunch of shopping all around there. There's also a bunch of shopping and restaurants and grocery stores within a mile of the Ellis subdivision. But the biggest difference with this neighborhood is that these are much newer homes. The average age home for the houses in Ellis are from 2019 to 2024. We have home sizes here from about 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. Most of the homes are on about 1/2 an acre, and the school district for this neighborhood is Cheatham Hill Elementary School, Loving Good Middle School, and Hillgrove High School. Currently, there's a home for sale in this neighborhood. It's 2364 Ellis Mountain Drive. It's a 4-bed, 3.5 bath home, about 3,200 square feet, built in 2024, 1/2 an acre, and they're asking $850,000. There are many neighborhoods in Marietta that are a bit more popular historically. Indian Hills is one of those neighborhoods, but I tried to choose some of the neighborhoods here that are with newer homes. Many times people who I talk to who are moving here from out of state, one of the most common things that I hear is that the homes in Georgia or in Marietta are much older. And so these kinds of older homes are really starting to get outdated. So I've tried to choose some of the homes and neighborhoods that are a bit newer. And Ellis is one of these neighborhoods that is less than 5 years old. And so you have much newer homes here. This neighborhood is also in an HOA. And I hear very often people tell me that they want to live in a neighborhood that doesn't have an HOA, but I don't suggest that, especially in Marietta or in the suburbs of Atlanta, as most of the neighborhoods, maybe 90 to 95% of the neighborhoods are in an HOA. But the HOAs here are not very difficult. They're not trying to be a pain in the ass. They don't drive around in the golf cart and like measure your grass and then like give you a fine if your grass is too high. It's not really like that. They don't collect enough money to pay someone to do all of that. They're really just trying to collect money for the amenities in the neighborhood, whether it's the pool and the tennis courts or maybe the sidewalks. This is really the main thing about these HOAs here. They're far more simple than other states, and they're just trying to keep up the home values in the neighborhood. The fifth neighborhood on the list of the top 5 neighborhoods of Marietta is Brentwood Park. This is off of Scuffle Grit Road and Sandy Plains Road. The average home age in this neighborhood is from the mid-90s. The size of the homes here are about 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. The size of the lots in this neighborhood are about 1/4 of an acre, so not very big, especially for being out in the suburbs. And the school district for this neighborhood is Sawyer Road Elementary School, Marietta Middle School, and Marietta High School. There are certainly lots of great neighborhoods here in Marietta, and there's lots of great reasons why this is one of the best neighborhoods in all of Metro Atlanta. But really, to get a good understanding of the city and whether or not it's the right fit for you, you should come and feel the vibe and walk through the area, or at least drive through the area. This is the best way to really get a feel for the city. Of course, if you live in another state or another country, it could be hard to come all the way over here just to like get a feel for the city. So I've made an entire video where I went on a walking tour of the city of Marietta. You can check it out right here. I'll see you in the next one.